Hey everybody, Joseph Rothschild here, aka and it's time for another Twitter thread. So today we are celebrating some of the ways in which people play Yu-Gi-Oh! That aren't necessarily what Konami intended. So if you're unfamiliar with Yu-Gi-Oh! The trading card game, firstly, I mean, we're like 15 Twitter threads deep. Even if you're only here for these, like, you should know that by now. But we've only got the one way to actually play the game. It's the advanced format, and it's governed by Konami's ban list. Despite this, over the past couple of years, a ton of people have been trying new ways to play with the cardboard we know and love, most notably in the Progression series, trying to scrape some semblance of limited play out of this archetype designed for Constructed. Today we're going to talk about some of the alternative ways people like to enjoy Yu-Gi-Oh! I want to point out Trinity format, though I don't play it anymore. For a long time, I did. I was one of the foremost content creators in the tournament space. I still have the Championships Invitational mat that I got for winning one time, and it's one of my most prized possessions. It is a fan-made format where you play Highlander decks and you can only summon 3 times a turn. There's also like a point system to make decks less powerful, but it's a little too complicated to get into here. What did you all come up with? I generally feel like Cube is a fun one, a format where a pool of cards is predetermined and drafted from. Coder is explaining what a cube is. Yu-Gi-Oh! Players are the dumbest motherfuckers on the play Magic. Just try Magic. Trinity showed up, said, I gotta give a shout out to our sister format, Deckmaster Turbo Duel. From the mind that brought you Trinity comes Deckmaster format. Whoa, Mika's out here again? Fixing Yu-Gi-Oh! A second time? Drafts. Whether it was battle pack, random packs, cubes, or some custom packs. Jesse Cotton absolutely correct. Limited play is where the... Dire, throw up the greatest comment of all time. This comment says, you know, you can't see it now because we're filming. Constructed Magic exists to sell certain cards so they can fund developing limited sets where the actual game of Magic is played. It's correct. I really enjoyed brewing around with Junior Journey rules. It's just so awesome that we finally found a format where these guys exist. I will tell you right now, I'm not particularly happy with where the Junior Journey format is right now. I really like where the series has ended up. But if you want an extremely playable Junior Journey experience, JJ 2010 Part 2 is so much fucking fun. It is randomly like a best of all time format that we just accidentally made. I think that this is the most successful Master Duel event format. NR was such a blast. It was so much fun. I will say the one thing I disliked about it is, and this is such a weird thing to say, because the extra deck monsters were so low powered, there weren't like a bunch of general pops and negates and stuff. Games just lasted too long. This is almost completely correct. I would say Unchained Foes, that's where we ended up with that list. But yeah, these were the good lists. Shoebox format. You take a bunch of old cards from the DM era that someone has in a closet. I don't quite vibe with Edison when I play it, but Hat format is really fun. I feel exactly the opposite way. I don't vibe with Hat, but I love Edison. Moth. Now you may be looking at this, you might think to yourself, what the fuck is Sebto talking about? Moth. Well, for about 9 months, this was the entire Speed Duel meta. Speed Duels is fun, but it didn't get there without an uphill climb. Underground Duelist Kingdom. Sit down with your friends and make up effects for cards based on flavor text. Did you know that Fiend Reflection number 2 summons reinforcements with a hand mirror? I'm biased, but it's gotta be Rogues format! The format where every card that's ever topped a premier event ever once is banned. We have to scrape the bottom of the barrel for staples. Dicefoon is MST, Raster Liger is access code, Brute Enforcer is Nightmare. Does Speed Duel count for Dicefoon? Converting a Farfa comment into a format known as Gods has created the weirdest little community of people trying to obliterate the format in any way possible. From meth hand loops to limiting frenzy, it's been a blast and I'm excited for the first tournament. If you haven't read this manifesto, that Farfa video is a good watch. These days, me and Jimbles dusted off the Duelist Unite rule set for modern Yu-Gi-Oh! It's got Duelists of the Roses rules and is essentially chess. The monsters have to navigate a board to deal direct damage to your commander token. I'm gonna play this. Common Charity has a few officially supported formats in the game and a vibrant community. I've been running it for a while, although I'll be stepping down soon and can't recommend it enough. I remember Common Charity, I played a little of it when it first came out, but last I checked, isn't Lunalight like far and away the best thing you can be doing? Lunalight, 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 Lunalight still, Lunalight still. Predaplant. The Marincest Discord once ran the Regression Playoffs, a prog ripoff where we went backwards from Dama. This led to highlights such as Queen's Knight Emergency Ban, Branded Ursartic Tier 1, the former All-Stars Battle Pack 3. The last time that we had limited play in Yu-Gi-Oh! Bring it back. Bring it back, Konami. Just make Top Cuts limited again. Make them draft. Make them draft. On Edo Pro, if you go digging, you can find cards that activate the weird anime formats, and they are fun to mess with. All these are great. Concentration Duel. Neither player has a draw phase. Once per turn, during either player's turn, a player can choose one card face down in their deck and call the type. If they call it right, activate one of the following effects. If it's a monster card, normal summon or set that monster to your side of the field. If it's a spell card, activate it. If it's a trap card, activate the trap card. Kachin, I remember this one. So this is made by some people who were trying to make like Smogon tiers a thing in Yu-Gi-Oh! But unfortunately, we don't have access to the same type of data that Smogon does. So there was some degree of subjectiveness, and there has to be. I remember hopping in to see where it was, and they were like, oh God, we do not have enough people to make a judgment on every single card and every single deck's playability with every other deck. They're trying over there. They're trying. You don't have to tell me that Rush Duels are epic. I know that Rush Duels are epic. When are we fucking getting Rush Duels, all right? We can take it. While less of a format and more than a whole new game with Yu-Gi-Oh! Shell, Kingdom Duels is someone's attempt at making Duelist Kingdom from the anime into a coherent game. And I mean attempt, it just has a bunch of silly bullshit just like the real anime. So in that way, it is perfect. Gay Yu-Gi-Oh! You play Yu-Gi-Oh! With your bros, and it's like strip Yu-Gi-Oh! But the loser has to do something their bro dares them to do. Rebecca, I dare you to stop posting. Last year in October, we had a Halloween-themed tournament at Locals. The tournament was held over 4 weekends. Decks were rated on theme, style, creativity, how based it is, etc. I came in with Chaos Mega Monarch Turbo, and I had to play against one too many gimmick puppet. The best alternative way to play Yu-Gi-Oh! That me and my brother made up is called Uno Duel. Each player shares, draws, searches, and utilizes one deck, graveyard, banish pile, and extra while playing with 2 fields. Deck 80 cards, extra 20, 2 field zones. They just type that out like it answers all the questions. Oh, of course. My favorite format is current. None of the fan formats ever turned out well, especially after Yu-Gi-Oh! Burned me. Oh! Whomst remembers Yu-Gi-Oh! Last year I wrote an article about why you should play GOAT, and I argued GOAT had something for everyone, provided that you do not like Yu-Gi-Oh! It was fun, cheap, simple, popular, skillful, and most importantly, the most logical starting point for a new custom format, because it wouldn't take much effort for players to acclimate to its card pool. Yu-Gi-Oh! Is a custom format based on GOAT, and the Yu-Gi-Oh! Forbidden and limited list changes with respect to that format. Cards will be rotated in and out of the card pool. Didn't catch on. Good luck, Dyer. Oh, fuck, I need an outro. Hold up. At the end of the day... I don't know if it's late. This isn't funny, but I'm laughing at it. Celtic Guardian only mode. Everyone fills their deck with Feral Imp. And then spends the entire duel... I'm gonna get the take. I'm gonna get the take. Okay. Fuck. Okay, I'm gonna get the take. I'm gonna get the take. I'm so tired. I'm crying. I'm actually crying. Celtic Guardian only mode. Okay. This time for sure. It's not that funny is the problem. It's legitimately not that funny. Okay. Celtic Guardian only mode. Everyone fills their deck with copies of Feral Imp and then spends the entire duel arguing about why that's not against the rules. Okay, I did it. We got it. It's no gay Yu-Gi-Oh! Something about the fact that it's called Celtic Guardian only mode, and then you fill your deck with a different card.